This week's Weekly Ritual is dedicated to the memories of iconic photographer Mick Rock, former Turbonegro singer Hank Von Hell, former Beach Boy Billy Hinch, and David Longdon of Big Big Train, who all passed away this week. Rest in power. What's up, everybody? It's Keefe, and you're watching the Weekly Ritual, Ghost Cult's news show, right here on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. GhostCultMag.com is a small business. With that out of the way, let's get into it.
In case you missed it, features at Ghost Cult.
We kick this week's features off with an awesome new interview with Peter Tägtgren of Hypocrisy. Their new album, Worship, is out today. We also talked to Malcolm Brixhouse, formerly of Unlocking the Truth, now a solo artist. He's got a lot to say about his recent singles and a whole lot more about his career. We also talked to the one and only Necrosexual. He's got a new EP out now. We also shared our awesome Black Friday gift guide for metalheads and rockers. Check it out here on the channel at the link right there, or right there. If you're down for some beer, metal, and swearing, check me out as the co-host of the Glacially Music Poured-cast. Poured, like it's not a beer.
And now, the news rundown.
We start things off with some tour and festival news, as the Black Dahlia Murder has been forced to cancel their upcoming January 2022 tour dates of Europe. The band was to be joined by Rings of Saturn, or as we like to call them, Rings of Plays to Tape, and Viscera. Would have been an awesome tour. Maybe they can rebook it later in the year or for 2023, but for right now, it's off the table. In addition to Metallica's two 40th anniversary concerts in San Francisco this December, the band has announced a whole San Francisco takeover, a whole bunch of shows and events and book signings and a film festival blanketing the Bay Area for a whole weekend next month. Thy Art Is Murder has booked a whole tour of Australia. There's only like 6 cities, but they have booked a whole tour. Sorry, Australians, I love y'all. Norwegian rockers Kvelertak have booked a whole European tour for next year and have hinted at new music. Life of Agony has booked a string of tour dates with Dog Eat Dog and hardcore supergroup Kings Never Die for early 2022 in North America. And this weekend, Immortal Bird is kicking off a run of tour dates in the Northeast, supporting their current album, Thrive on Neglect. Now to some other news. In a new interview, Dave Mustaine has given the lowdown on the new Megadeth album, The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead, coming this spring. The title track is all about the plague and the plague through the years and the pandemic, apparently. And Dave also talked extensively to American Songwriter all about how they made the album. No word yet on who laid down the bass tracks. Might be Steve Giorgio, might be someone else. But we're going to get some new Megadeth music and more details about that album very soon. Cannibal Corpse legend and vocalist, the Neck himself, George Corpsegrinder Fisher, will release his debut solo album under the moniker Corpsegrinder. Coming soon. New details, new music, new artwork, all coming from the great George. He's going to have a bunch of guests. It's being produced by Jamie Josta's production team. It's being put out on Josta's record label. Shades of how Josta helped propel Dee Snider back to solo success with a little inspiration from the podcast. So we're looking forward to this album very much so. Marilyn Manson's lawyer has announced that global mediations may be on the horizon for all of his accusers of the shock rockers' many sexual assault allegations. The sheriff's office in Los Angeles County continues to pursue a case against Manson. Manson's lawyer revealed this in a court hearing. They might consider some mediations in the future. I don't know what this means for Manson. We'll bring you more news on this as it develops. Portland doom band 8 Bells has signed with the great Prophecy Productions. Not only are they going to reissue their entire back catalog, remastered it on vinyl next year, they are working on a new album. Super cool. Ottawa pop punks METZ had all of their gear stolen while on tour with Propositions this week. Luckily for them, their fans launched a GoFundMe and they've raised $29,000 impossibly. It's still devastating to have all your stuff robbed, especially gear you've had for years and years. Hopefully the band bounces back. They vowed not to cancel any dates on the tour, so best of luck to you guys. The band has also posted an entire list of all their stolen gear, so please keep a watch out if you're in the Southern California area. Opeth kicked off their highly anticipated North American tour this week with Mastodon, but they let go of drummer Martin Axelrod, who had been one of the longest tenured members of the band, and this lineup of Opeth was the longest lineup of Opeth in many years, maybe the whole history of the band. Axelrod has been replaced, at least for the tour, by Sammy Korpenin, who Michael Ackerfeld referred to as a beast on the drum kit. Another band with lineup changes, English progressive metal band Haken, has lost their longtime keyboard player Diego Tejada due to musical differences. 13 years Diego was in the band, and he's moving on to other things. Foo Fighters dropped a hilarious new video for their song Love Dies Young, featuring Ted Lasso star Jason Sudeikis. Black metal fans get hype, Mizmor is back with a brand new album, Wit's End, coming soon from Gilead Media. In a story we helped break here at Ghost Cult, BillyBio, Billy Graziadei of Biohazard and Powerflow and a bunch of other bands, has dropped a brand new single and video, One Life to Live, featuring Toby Morse of H2O. We actually broke the news that a leak happened on social media, which leaked a snippet of the song, and then the label and Billy put out the single and the video the next day. So really killer stuff. Candlebox has shared an acoustic version of their recent single, Riptide, which is pretty damn awesome. Candlebox still out there plugging away, one of the original great grunge bands of the 90s. Visionary artist Alexander Blackstar has dropped a brand new video for his track, Emerge from the Dark, following his recent single, Noir Presage. Mudvayne has shared a recap of their performance at Welcome to Rockville, capping off their huge comeback reunion year where they headlined festivals like Incarceration and Rockville and others. They hope to make a new record next year, maybe some more touring and festivals, maybe they'll get to Europe, we'll find out. Australian metalcore band The Amity Affliction dropped a brand new single, Give Up the Ghost, along with a new video that's killer. The standalone track and video are hopefully a sign of more new music to come. Blue Oyster Cult legend Albert Bouchard has dropped a brand new single and video from his album Imaginos 2. The track is OD'd on life itself, the video is incredible. Albert is working on a trilogy of albums based on the Imaginos story from the whole history of Blue Oyster Cult. Volumes has dropped a brand new single, Void, from their current album, Happier, out now. Moontooth has dropped an acoustic version of their recent single that I cannot pronounce, Nymphaeaceae? I can't pronounce this shit. Saint Asonia dropped a cover of The Weeknd's Blinding Lights. Weirdness from the rock supergroup, but pretty cool. And SUNN has dropped a new snippet of music from their lengthy piece, Pyroclast F, featuring Anna von Haussewolf. What a cool and strange pairing SUNN and Anna make. Very excited for this album.
And now for a look at who rules at streaming.
This week's Who Rules at Streaming, we welcome back in the O'Keefe Music Foundation. We haven't talked about those adorable little kids in a long time. They're always doing awesome covers of metal bands, and this time they dropped a video where they covered Slipknot's initial debut single, Wait and Bleed, from 1999's self-titled album, and they destroyed a house in the meantime. Pretty cool.
And now for a look at some of the music on New Music Friday.
Archgoat, Worship the Eternal Darkness, Debemer Morty, Black Label Society, Doom Crew Inc., E1, Corrosion of Conformity, Sleeping Martyr, 2000 to 2005, HNE, Cynic, Ascension Codes, Season of Mist, Deep Purple, Turning to Crime, Ear Music, Eternity's End, Embers of War, Prosthetic Records, Fortress, Don't Spare the Wicked, High Roller Records, Helmet, Live and Rare, Ear Music, Hidden, Triumph and Tragedy, High Roller Records, Hollow, Tower, Rock Shots Records, Hypocrisy, Worship, Nuclear Blast Records, Imminence, Heaven in Hiding, A Rising Empire, Imperialist, Zenith, Transcending Obscurity, Imperial Triumphant, An Evening with Imperial Triumphant, Century Media Records, Lee Aaron, Almost Christmas, Metalville Records, Lockup, The Dregs of Hades, Listenable Records, Nagura Bunyan, Zal, Lupus Lounge, The Ocean, Phanerozoic Live, Metal Blade Records, Opera Diabolicus, Death on a Pale Horse, Season of Mist, Resolve, Between Me and the Machines, A Rising Empire, Servant, Blessed by the Light of 1,000 Stars, Black Sunset, TDW, Fountains, Layered Reality, Teeth, Finite, Translation Loss, Vardis, Guaranteed No Overdubs, 100 miles per hour at 100 Club, SPV and Steamhammer, various artists, RXmas, Metalville, and Waltari, 3rd Decade, the Anniversary Edition, Metalville.
And now for a look in our mailbag.
It's from Trevor Church of Haunt. That's right, I got a Haunt Bandcamp Friday deal. They have an unplugged album right now, but I think this is their last record, Beautiful Distraction. I'm going to open it on camera, which always makes my producer Omar want to kill me. We got the awesome Haunt Beautiful Distraction vinyl. Kill it. In one of the many vinyl variants. Limited edition also. I got this awesome Haunt pin for my battle vest. We'll see if we have room for it. A lot of pins on here. Ready? And a very cool Haunt sticker from another album they have. Thanks, Trevor. Thanks, Haunt. One of the best bands to do it. You made it to this part of the show, so you know what time it is. It's the end. GhostCultMag.com is a small business, and we really appreciate the support. So smash that like button, ding that notifications bell, and find out every time we post a new video, at least 3 every week. It's a tough time in the world. So as we say every week at this juncture of the show, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and never forget, Kyle Rittenhouse is a fucking murderer.